Oh, hell no. My mama's so poor she opened a Gmail account just so she could eat the spam. Dude, my mama's so poor.
The only thing funnier than watching Eric Cartman lose his mind is watching him lose his mind over being poor. After countless seasons of "your mom is so poor" jokes,
Your mom is so poor she can't even pay attention.
South Park finally decided to give their favorite little psychopath a taste of his own medicine.
My mom is so poor she waves around a popsicle and calls it air conditioning.
And holy crap, didn't those words come back to hit him like a truck full of cheesy poofs. What happens next? In 2011, when the Poor Kid episode first aired, 48.5 million Americans were living below the poverty line, the highest number ever recorded. And somehow, South Park managed to turn that into a comedy about Eric Cartman's worst nightmare.
You guys hear how poor Cartman's mom is? His mom is so poor the ducks throw bread at her.
Eric has been South Park's resident bully for over 2 decades. He's mocked Kenny's poverty countless times.
I've gone through every student in the school, and I'm pretty sure that now that Kenny's gone, the poor kid is Craig.
Turned Kyle's Jewish heritage into a punchline.
Ha! I beat you to it, kid!
My name is not Kia.
And generally been television's most lovable hate sink. Money disappears faster than Kenny after getting a life insurance bill when everyone expects you to share it. Just ask NBA stars. 60% end up broke within 5 years of retirement. Most folks think they blow it all on fancy cars and million-dollar mansions. Like that time Cartman bought a theme park with his inheritance.
You sure this is what you want, sweetie?
My own amusement park, Mother. I'm sure.
Reality tells a different story. Financial experts call it the black tax, make it out of poverty, and suddenly you're everyone's personal ATM. Next thing you know, you're buying a new car for your cousin, a fridge for your aunt, and a vacation for your uncle who doesn't even like you. It's like the family's got a shopping list they've been holding onto for years. Charles Barkley dropped some serious truth bombs about this on Club Shay Shay.
And the young black kids, and I'm talking to them. Man, save your money.
Young black kids, save your money, he warns. You don't have to take care of everybody. Grant Hill's mom put it even better.
Grant Hill, his mom.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Gave me the best advice ever. I said,
She told Barkley straight up, start giving people money and they'll never stop asking. Tell them no once. And watch how fast those relationships crumble. South Park captures this mess perfectly through Kenny's family.
Both drunk pieces of sh**.
Mom's washing dishes at Olive Garden, where family means getting paid minimum wage and 0 bonus points for scrubbing extra hard. Dad's professional resume consists mainly of drinking and fighting his eldest son, Kevin.
You think you're man enough to fight me, you little
Their solution? Converting their backyard into a meth lab. Because nothing says financial planning quite like cooking crystal next to your kid's treehouse. Speaking of terrible financial decisions, let's watch Eric Cartman's world implode. Child Protective Services raids Kenny's house. And suddenly, Cartman discovers something more traumatic than finding out his mom posed for Crack Horror magazine.
Which kid's parents actually made the least amount of money last year?
Yeah?
Well, actually, Eric, it's you.
His single mom's income makes him the new poorest kid in school. Kenny's gone, and Cartman needs someone new to mock. Plot twist. It's himself. Here's where South Park nails how poverty drives people crazy.
Mom, how are you going to start bringing more money into this household?
What, hon?
You have to start doing more, Mom. What are you doing with your time?
Cartman doesn't accept his situation or look for honest solutions. Nope, he goes full Breaking Bad and frames his own mom for running a meth lab.
Better call the lieutenant. Looks like we've got another meth lab in town.
Were things so bad for you financially you had to turn to a life of crime? My mom is so poor she uses Cheerios for earrings.
His logic? Maybe he'll get placed with a rich foster family in Hawaii.
Guess I'm off to a foster home then. Hawaii is my first choice.
Makes perfect sense if you're a 4th grade sociopath with delusions of grandeur. Rich athletes do essentially the same thing, minus the meth labs usually. Sports Illustrated reports that 78% of NFL players face financial trouble within 2 years of leaving the game. They're not just buying fancy cars, they're trying to maintain an image, support entire extended families, and pretend everything's fine until it absolutely isn't. Sound familiar? Cartman would rather destroy his family than admit he's poor. Want to know the really messed up part? These schemes never work out.
Jesus, this is a long drive. Are we in Hawaii yet?
Cartman doesn't end up in Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah, that's where I requested to be sent.
Your foster home is here. Pretty much the exact opposite of Hawaii.
He lands in an agnostic foster home sharing a room with 6 other kids.
God damn, I gotta sleep in a room with 6 other people? How poor are we?
Athletes who try to support everyone often lose everything. Each desperate grab for quick money just makes everything worse. And that's when South Park cranks up the crazy to 11.
I cannot offer you or your child any cash. I can, however, offer you a little bit of crack.
Welcome to the Weatherhead's house of agnostic horrors. A dozen plus foster kids crammed together like sardines in a can of Dr. Pepper.
However, in this house you will drink only agnostic beverages. Dr. Pepper and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Why Dr. Pepper? Because these militant agnostic foster parents only allow agnostic beverages. Drinks you can't be certain about the flavor of. Makes total sense, right? About as much sense as their basement torture chamber where they blast kids with soda for daring to believe in anything.
Now, did you see an angel?
No, I didn't see an angel.
Money changes how the system treats you faster than Cartman changes his mind about Kenny being his best
I've
friend.
already been here a while, Kenny, so you have to introduce me to your friends, okay? And make sure they know I'm cute. You gotta have my back, Kenny.
Take Cartman's mom, one anonymous tip about a meth lab, and boom.
FBI, open up!
CPS swoops in like they're raiding Bin Laden's compound.
Jihad, jihad!
No evidence needed. Meanwhile, some rich dude takes kids snorkeling at a literal death trap called the Neil Blowhole. And CPS is like, sounds totally safe, bro. Poor parents get about as many second chances as Kenny has. Leave your kid alone for 40 minutes during an emergency? Say goodbye to your parental rights. Rich parents can practically juggle their kids over a volcano, and the system looks the other way. Trust fund kids blow through millions? That's just Tuesday. Then South Park drops the soda sopa bomb.
Hey, what are you people doing?
We're gentrifying. It's all good.
Kenny's neighborhood gets turned into some hipster paradise faster than you can say gentrification. Suddenly, his rundown house becomes an authentic local charm for rich people paying $10 for ice cream. The town council tells Kenny's family they should be grateful for all these amazing shops they can't afford.
The amazing food and incredible shops right at your doorstep.
It's like telling Cartman to be thankful for a kosher-only cafeteria. Kenny can't even go trick-or-treating with his friends anymore because he doesn't have a phone to unlock those fancy e-scooters.
Okay, Kenny, here's the deal. You know that we have this awesome plan to trick-or-treat on e-scooters this year. You don't have a phone.
The only way he manages to join in is by literally destroying South Park's cell tower. That's what poverty does. Makes you mess things up just to fit in with everyone else. The cycle keeps spinning like Cartman on a sugar rush. Poor kids take on adult responsibilities way too early. Kenny parents his little sister while other fourth graders worry about video game levels. Athletes who make it big end up parenting their entire extended family before they've figured out how to parent their bank accounts. Remember how this all started? Cartman making fun of Kenny for being poor? Well, karma comes full circle when he finds someone even poorer at his new school.
Cheer for Jacob Hallery, guys! His mom is so poor she cuts coupons out to be institutionalized.
Instantly, he transforms into the same kind of bully he used to hate. Just like those NBA rookies who finally get money and start flexing on their less successful teammates. The shame of poverty turns victims into bullies. South Park wraps up this madness with a giant reptilian bird eating Kenny. Classic Kenny death, right? But watch Cartman's reaction. He breaks down crying, not because his friend just became bird food, but because he's once again the poorest kid in school.
My mama's so poor she walks down the road with one shoe.
It's ridiculous and hilarious, but it nails how poverty becomes your whole identity in other people's eyes. The episode leaves us with a perfect South Park-style gut punch. We laugh at Cartman's downfall because, come on, it's Cartman. The same kid who fed Scott Tenorman his own parents finally gets what's coming to him. The cosmic justice feels sweeter than Casa Bonita's sopapillas, Mora. But maybe the real joke's on us. Because at any moment, any of us could become the poor kid. And when that happens, society's reaction might make us wish for something simpler, like getting eaten by a giant reptilian bird. Or having dinner at Casa Bonita with Cartman. Actually, scratch that last one. Nobody deserves that kind of torture.